They've got to show more resistance there.
And Curry, here we go. Mozgov with the block. Elbow shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 11 points for LeBron.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Warriors have been unsuccessful at the line so far, 0 of 3, and looking to make their first free throw of the game right now.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
And the Warriors making a change here. Varejão's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers.
I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village. Not if I need to cross continents. Nor if I need money. Yeah. Or when I feel lonely. Yeah. Will I ever bow down to no man? Not even if you have a car with a tank full of gas. Not even if you have a ship to cross the seas. Nor if you own a bank full of employees. Or if you lead your own church and put your soul at ease. Will I ever bow down to you? Bow down to no man. I won't bow down to no man.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers picking up the loss in that outing against Toronto. They'd like to even the record up here for the season. They're down 1-2 against this one.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Raptors 5 right now. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola. And it's DeRozan in the small forward position. And so here's Cleveland. Irving drives in. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach, really known as a defensive specialist. But once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Scola with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Rebound by Smith.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But
he went hard to the hoop, Clark, and didn't disappoint when he got there.
Yeah, ain't no reason to be passive now. You have got to go in attack mode. A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on. And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here we go, James heading to the hoop.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful. It's not possible what we just saw. Clark, is that possible?
Fellas, that two-hand mock to slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. They get Luis Scola. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Raptors also changing it up. James Johnson's checked in for Scola. And it's Joseph in for Terrence Ross. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the rejection by LeBron. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Then for the Raptors, Biyombo comes in for Valanciunas. And it's Patterson in for DeMar DeRozan. Cleveland leading by 7. And Thompson throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Stolen by Thompson. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
He is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Valanciunas is checked in for Biyombo. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Ross in for Joseph. Here's Irving. From the stripe. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
.29 seconds left to play here in the first. Thompson outside. 5 on the clock. And Shumpert kicks to Thompson. Dellavedova. Love dishes to Thompson. The second chance effort. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Lowry. Here's Ross. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had...
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Cavaliers lead by 13. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's LeBron in the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark may be a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult.
What the score is, that's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Kevin Love. And the Raptors also making a change. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. James right side. And he goes in for the dunk.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
Now here's Joseph. He's covered by Irving. Irving with the steal. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. The shot misses. And Toronto will come the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's James. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Biombo, the pass to Johnson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game. Up on the first. A new group in now for the Raptors. And the second free throw, good.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have...
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Valanciunas. The drive by James. Powered down with both hands.